If you've been following me on TikTok, you will know that there's been crazy stuff going on for me, with weird lights in the sky, to strange dreams, to sightings and all sorts of things. This is why I haven't been on YouTube lately, and what I was trying to create on YouTube I couldn't create because so much was going on. But I'm back right now with this epic video that's going to dive into so many different things, so bear with me on this ride. Now, I was trying to bring to you a YouTube video a while back about all sorts of things that was going on at the time with Trump, government, conspiracy, stuff to do with a galactic battle, you name it, it was going to be in this video and it was going to be deep. However, I got pulled away from that from certain experiences I was having. Check these video clips.
It sounds like a plane. I can't really hear anything.
Hey guys, just walking home, and again, a weird object was in the sky. Don't know what it is. Definitely wasn't a plane, nor a satellite, nor a drone. Again, it looked like an orb. It didn't last as long this time. I don't know if I caught it late, but here's the clip. So guys, I want to give a quick update on the object that I saw in the sky last night. So after I saw it and I recorded the fact that I had seen it and uploaded it to TikTok, on my way home, as I was approaching my house, I saw a helicopter fly from the direction that I had just seen it. The helicopter was dark in nature. Couldn't really see much detail on it, even though it was flying over quite low. When I got into the house, I was winding down, talking to my partner about everything that we just witnessed, and I went to go downstairs to get a drink, and the oddest thing happened. I was washing up a few dishes that were on the side, and my kitchen door was to the left of me, and I saw something race past the doorway very fast. So I called out to my partner to see if it was them, but no, wasn't. I was like, okay, that's fine. So I left from the washing up to go over to put some hot water on to make a hot drink. There was a plastic tub on the side that I'd left with a couple of cupcakes in, and I couldn't see it anywhere. I was like, where's this tub gone with the cupcakes? It's just not there. It's just gone. And so I looked all over, I couldn't see it. So I went back to the kitchen sink, and within 30 seconds of me going back to the kitchen sink, coming back to the spot where the cupcakes were, lo and behold, the box of cupcakes was sat right there. I just bloody witnessed it again.
It's moving in circles.
Circles?
Yeah, it's moving like in circles.
So you can imagine, after experiencing those things, that I had to dive deeper into it because my mind needed to know what the hell was going on, as there's so much going on all over the world right now, and this has become a big deal for me in this moment. Now, everybody's going crazy over this 3-eye atlas. Who could blame them? It is a crazy situation, and there's more and more stuff unfolding all the time with evidence this could be an alien probe from another system. And you may have heard that it's come from the direction where the WOW signal was first picked up. Listen to this. You see, none of this stuff is unusual to me because I grew up in the strange and wonderful world of UFOs and all that kind of thing. I've had many personal experiences, and that's what gives me the edge on this channel. Now, I have mixed feelings about this 3-eye atlas. There are so many sides to this argument as to what this thing could be. Avi Loeb was saying that it could be some sort of alien probe coming to check us out and all our planets to see what's what materials it can possibly gain and all that kind of stuff. Then you've got the argument that it could be government that has set this up and is going to create some sort of galactic event that is going to stop us in our path from all this craziness that is going on in this world, so that we all come together as one unit and find some sort of peace and harmony with these visitors. Now, this refers back to an old thing called Project Bluebeam, which I'm sure many of you that are interested in this stuff already know about.
In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Project Bluebeam is a claim that a shadowy global elite enterprise plans to simulate an alien invasion or divine event using advanced holographic technology. First proposed by journalist Serge Monast in the 1990s, the theory suggests a staged event designed to establish a new world order.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founder.
Monast's sudden death in 1996, under mysterious circumstances, has only fueled speculation about the veracity of his claims. Serge Monast died of a heart attack in December of 1996 at the age of 51. His sudden death occurred shortly after he claimed he was being persecuted by government agencies for exposing Project Bluebeam. His friends and associates often speculate that his death was suspicious, with some suggesting he was assassinated using secretive methods like psychotronic weapons or that he was poisoned. According to Monast, there are 4 steps to the conduct of Project Bluebeam. Number 1. Discrediting religion. According to the theory, step 1 involves the creation of artificial earthquakes to unearth ancient discoveries that discredit major world religions. Step 2. A global holographic light show. Step 2. Massive light shows in the sky projecting religious figures or alien ships worldwide. The goal? To manipulate beliefs on a global scale. Step 3. Telepathic communication. The next theory claims that advanced technology will broadcast messages directly into people's minds, convincing them that they are hearing divine commands. The 4th and final stage of Project Bluebeam is the conduct of a simulated apocalypse. A staged apocalypse will create chaos, paving the way for a one-world government, promising salvation.
Now, in one of my previous videos, I talk about predictions for 2025 with the likes of Baba Vanga, Ryo Tatsuki, and her predictions that were going to be a tsunami and all that kind of thing, which never actually came about, but we had the warnings that we were going to have one back in July. That was crazy stuff, and it really shook me up when that happened. However, if you haven't heard of this guy, he's been around for a long time, and I first came across him in about 2012. Supposedly, he channels this alien being and gives some readings and messages and all sorts of things for the planet. Now, this video has been circulating and is going a little crazy right now because of the information that is being put across about 2025 and the alien contact that we're supposedly about to have. So check this out and pay attention.
Over the course of the next few years, there will be certain things that will occur that will let you know that contact is about to happen, not only in terms of an increase in sighting, but also in the way in which this may occur. There are several paths that may be taken by extraterrestrial beings, such as ourselves and others, to begin to initiate you into becoming familiar with our presence in a physical way. One of those ways may be something like this. Ships may appear over your oceans just offshore, so that you know the ship will stay there over the water. You may watch it from shore. It will not move. You will not feel in any way, shape, or form threatened because it is not coming over your heads, over land where you are, but remaining at arm's length out over the water, so that it gives you time to absorb the fact that they are there off the coastlines of different countries around your world. They may be there for quite some time to allow you the opportunity to gather, to travel to those places, to see the ships. We understand that sometimes they may be surrounded by some of your aerial vehicles, such as helicopters and so on and so forth, but that will all just be part of the show. They will remain there to give you time to get used to the idea that we are here, to get used to the idea that this is the beginning of a great change upon your planet, of a great change in your society, to give you time to discuss among yourselves how you will respond to this change. So it may happen that way, but it may also happen in a few other ways.
This gave me chills. It has really bothered me because the lights in the sky at that time look like orbs.
One way may be that you will start to see more orbs of light, which not only can be representative of spirit entities, but also are actually a type of extraterrestrial energy probe, giving you time to observe them, to record them, to discuss them, to start to understand that they are there.
Wait a minute, what? Are you for real?
As now something that can become a relatively permanent fixture in your reality, to broaden your understanding of what reality is. Between the ship and the orbs, it may give you an opportunity to start really letting in the idea that everything is about to change.
Baba Vanga predicted that in 2025 we would have some sort of alien contact. Everything is pointing towards the Three-Eye Atlas, right? And if you think about what Bashar shared, an interesting picture is starting to form. Now, going back to the video I was meant to bring you, it went real deep. It talked about the galactic wars that's supposedly going on and what's happening here on Earth right now. You may have heard of this author, a lady called Barbara Marciano. She wrote several books, one of them called Bringers of the Dawn, and there was a second, a follow-up called Earth, the Living Library, which was a channeling from the Pleiadians, or Pleiadians, however you like to pronounce it. And their message that she was receiving before she wrote the books was to spread the message of changing the energy on the planet. As you may be aware, we have various dimensions of reality, and science and all sorts of things can kind of prove that. However, the channeled messages she was receiving was talking about Earth existing in the third dimension, and there is a fourth and a fifth that exists here. Now, Jesus Christ supposedly existed or was in the fifth dimension, where he was able to access greater amounts of consciousness, which was why he was able to give the messages he gave and was able to connect with the source, God, whatever you would like to call it, at that point in time. He was teaching everybody how to get to the same level. Now, Earth currently exists in the third dimension, and is quite thick and dense and negative, and the reason the Pleiadians supposedly were helping us to shift into the fourth and the fifth was so that on an energetic level it would raise the vibration and supposedly help them where they are, because we are their past versions of themselves and they are a future version of us. Now that gets a bit confusing, and I must admit it's a bit of a mind. But needless to say, on some level, it does make some sort of sense, right? If you think about the third dimension being negative and thick, think about all the chaos and negativity that exists here right now, that's playing out around us all the time, with war, murder, attacking each other, violence, negativity, abuse, you name it. So the whole purpose of their messages was to help us shift, to reach that consciousness that Jesus Christ managed to receive in the fifth dimension. The galactic war itself, the way it was described, is a bit of a mind-blowing experience to read, and I gotta admit, it is hard to take in. So the way Barbara describes it in her books is that there was a battle for this planet because of the resources that we had on here at the time, and the ability to live in a free will zone where we were able to create and be whatever we wanted. And if you think about the likes of the Bible, which talks about having free will, you can kind of connect the dots between all the messages that they pass through Barbara and what is written in the Bible, and maybe other cultures and religions too. What blows my mind is going back to what I saw. Avi Loeb, the guy who has been monitoring this object, has even written a letter to the United Nations asking them to be prepared for an event regarding this object. Now, I think we can all live in denial as much as we want, but I think something big is about to go down in some way, and that's just my personal opinion. And if you look at all the information coming from various sources, you could argue too that yes, this is going to be the case. And if you push all of that aside, look what is happening in the world. Many countries are starting to move towards a revolution, a civil war as such. So regardless if UFOs and aliens are a real thing, on the other hand, we got something else very real and something we're so used to playing out in the other field. But you are free to make your own opinions, and that's what makes everything so special. I recommend you go check out my TikTok channel and follow me on there, because I'm always updating with fresh videos more frequently than I am YouTube, and my crazy experiences as they happen, and it is one hell of a ride for me. But on that note, thank you for being here. Stay tuned for more crazy stuff that's coming your way from this channel. I'm having so much fun doing it. I can't wait to show you what comes next. So with that, lots of love, take care of yourselves, and see you on the next video.